Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Wellness Therapy, Still Hub Management, and Bartley Carter Racing. Mr. Jamie Moore, here we are on the Co-op Live, and Jack Catterall has got another big fight.
Yeah, thank God. He's nice and active, and that's what all we've ever wanted for him. It's been difficult for over the last sort of 3 or 4 years to keep momentum, but he's finally got it, and he's bringing out the best in him.
Well, I was just about to say, that was my first question. It's so nice now to see him with a smile on his face, and he's got the bit between his teeth because he's fighting.
Yeah, exactly. He's always been in the gym. He's always wanted to be active. He's just not for anybody's fault or reason. He's just circumstances have just arose, and it's just been not possible for him to be active. And now he's active, and I feel like he's just gonna keep improving and getting better and better because, you can't possibly improve without activity. And he's been in the gym, and the only reason he's been able to perform to the level he has done, even when he's not been active, is because of his commitment to the sport. And it's lucky he has been, because he probably wouldn't even be fighting now if he wasn't so dedicated and committed. But I really feel like you're going to see the best of him now.
Listen, up in the press conference that we just had, you mentioned there were 2 or 3 options. Who were the other options, or can you not say?
Well, no, Barbosa was obviously one of them, which was public knowledge, and there was a few other names knocking about which no one would really be interested in, and that's why Jack wasn't interested. And Barbosa would have made sense because it would have been an eliminator, but this is as good as an eliminator what you're ever going to get, even if it's an unofficial one, because the winner surely gets a world title shot. So it made sense, and it wasn't even a money thing. He's probably getting paid less for this than he would have been for Barbosa or anybody else. But he wanted the prestige of it. He wanted the name because he knows and respects Regis PROGRAIS. He knows how good he is. And he knows that he'll only perform to the best of his ability against people like him.
What did you say when you first heard the name Regis PROGRAIS? What was your instant reaction?
Brilliant. I mean, 4 years ago, we've been talking about this fight, and we were saying, I hope he gets that fight. And not because I don't know that Regis is a phenomenal fighter, it's because my belief is in Jack Catterall, and obviously everybody understands that different styles are suited to different fighters, and I've always believed that Regis has got a style which would be good for Jack Catterall. So as soon as the name come up, I was like, we've always respected him, but we've always known that it's a fight that Jack would love and could win, and as soon as it got mentioned, we snapped at it.
Obviously, it's going to be a very, very good fight, a great occasion here at the Co-op Live. Have you been to the arena since before it's over? You've not been to see a concert or anything?
First time I've been in today, and it's a really, really nice venue. It smells new, and it's privileged, really. When you think about the amount of big fights what are going to take place here over the next however long, 20, 30, 40, 50 years or whatever, to say that you was part of the first boxing event here is prestigious.
I mean, we were watching Liam Gallagher last week, and it was absolutely banging, mate. The atmosphere is fantastic. When you go in there, it's like an extension of the AO Arena. It just goes longer and further back. It's a great place.
Yeah, I walked in. I just actually walked in for 2 or 3 minutes, and you can sense that on fight night, the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. So I can't wait.
We can't wait either, and I think it's a fantastic, like you say, a matchup where the two styles will make a good fight. And the winner has to go along and get a world title shot, surely.
Fingers crossed that can happen. It looks like it will. The guys who are the champions have only just fought themselves. So Jack's straight back in there, can box, and then hopefully, before the end of the year, ideally, by December time, I'm imagining the champions are going to want to be fighting again, and Jack will be there waiting.
How's the gym in short? You've got a few things going on. Obviously, Cameron, how is he?
Yeah, he's got to just turn up. I've just seen him turn up here, actually. So he's back in the gym straight away, and he's chomping at the bit, waiting for the next one. I think they're talking about him maybe boxing again in September. So he's done a 10-rounder in his 5th fight. Great experience against Jeff Fora.
Did well, didn't he?
Really well. Yeah, exactly. Considering, I think a lot of people thought that by the time he got to round 5 and 6, Fora would be right in the fight and drag him hard down the stretch. And he had a couple of rough rounds, round 7, round 8. But came through it and finished strong, and the experience what he'll gain from that fight is invaluable.
When you put him in with Jeff, that's a brave move for a young fighter.
Well, yeah, but similar to the reasons why in a situation where people might say you're taking a risk with Jack, even though I understand it's a risk, but it's a calculated risk because I know how good Jack is. For the same reason, I knew Jeff Affordey was a bit of a risk, but it was a calculated risk because I know how good Cameron is. And I knew he would drop some rounds, which is good because a kid who's in his fifth fight, who's a young, who you know has got the potential to go a long way, needs lessons on board to progress and make him better. And if they don't get him early on, they find themselves getting them later on against better fighters where potentially the ending's much more severe and worse. So I'd rather him get him now because by the time he steps up to a higher level, he'll be better equipped to deal with it and he'll respond better.
You know, they're doing very, very well, and it's nice to see Cameron mature in the right speed. Obviously, Akib, he was due to fight. We're not going to go into any of the cobblers that has gone on. All I'm going to ask you is, you know, what actually happened process-wise on that night?
Well, it was brought to my attention that something had happened, which is obviously against the rules in terms of betting and stuff like that. I found out about it. I brought it to the guys' attention, Matchroom and the people who's arranging the event, and we decided we've got to pull this fight. We can't go ahead. So there's an inquiry going on, and moving forward, we'll have to make some decisions. Depending on the results of the inquiry, we'll have to make some decisions. But it was a scenario which certainly I'm not in favour of or would be any part of. So that's why we had to make sure that the fight didn't take place.
Well, we wish both boxers well because it's a tough time regardless of the situation, and we hope Akib's okay, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Now listen, where is he? Because my trousers are still on, and Nutty Nigel, where is he? Is he about?
He was stood at the back before, but he's been here all day doing interviews and signing autographs and talking about 3-day Jabalo and all that, the Coronation Street stuff. But he's doing all right.
I bet he can't wait to get in this arena, can he?
Mate, honestly, I've never seen anyone as excited in my life. He's like a kid at Christmas.
Well, listen, lastly, how's your amateur gym going? Because you opened that gym up a little while ago now in your hometown. How's it going?
Hey, the best thing I've ever done in boxing. I promise you. Like, I go in there as much as I can, and the amount of kids who, every session, at the end of the session, they always come over and they always like say thank you and stuff like that. And I promise you, like, the impact those type of places, not just talking mine, but all of them. And to be honest with you, the reason why I opened my gym, or part of the reason why I did, was because of the impact what Nigel's had with Moss Side, which is such a important gym in that area. And the same impact has happened in my area. And I swear to God, it's by far the best thing I've ever done in boxing. It's unbelievable. Thank you for asking.
No, mate. Well, we went down. We were very lucky to be a guest of you down there a few months ago, and it was buzzing, mate. It was a great place to be.
I swear, we have about between 80 and 90 kids off the street every time it's open, split over 3 classes. And what would they be doing otherwise if that place wasn't open?
Listen, well done with that. Well done with getting Jack into PROGRAIS. It's going to be a great stylistic fight, and can't wait for the O2, the Co-op Live to be rocking, mate.
Absolutely, can't wait for it. It's going to be a really good fight, and next step before the world title.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, pal.